Okay, so I will make a start. Tutti's having some connection problems and will be joining us shortly. So hopefully you can see my screens. I'm just going to be toggling my own screens as we're recording, and we'll upload this to YouTube after we finished. So we have on the agenda today. So the monthly report for July. We had a really good, really busy month, and those of you who are subscribed to our newsletter will have seen the monthly report that went out just a couple of days ago. I'll also be talking a little bit about the NFT portal. Those of you who were listening in last time will have got some guidelines in terms of how to mint your soulbound NFT and then progress through the series of tradable NFTs, and I'll give you some updates on the NFT portal. And this week is probably a good week to also update you on incident reporting, how that works, and some of you will see that one of our cover products has in fact started the instant reporting mechanism, as we have a first reporter that has staked some tokens and highlighted a cover product that has potentially suffered an incident that may lead to a payout. And then finally, we'll come on to some questions and answers. So that's what we've got in store for you today. So moving on, the monthly report. So firstly, I attended EthCC in Paris, which was really helpful for a whole number of different reasons. Firstly, just a reminder how important it is to meet up with people face to face. Met lots of projects that Neptune Mutual have been in touch with over the last 18 months. And so that was really helpful to meet those projects and discuss our upcoming work with them. So that was really helpful, and a lot of discussions with new projects that we hadn't met before. Lots of interest in protecting communities. We have spoken to both projects that are launching on new L2s and L1s. And we spoke also to a number of different L2s in relation to what we might do together if we decide to launch on another L2. So really, really helpful and beneficial. You may have seen one or two comments and posts in our social media channels about ECC. And so hopefully it helped raise a little bit our profile in terms of visibility with many of the projects that we met up whilst we were there. If you follow our YouTube channel, you will have seen that we did a interview with Nicholas Merton from DataDash. So his channel has 500,000 subscribers, and had an interesting chat with him about risk management, lowering risk, and spoke in particular about mitigating risk, and tried to explain that in a way that was sort of helpful and meaningful. So that was really helpful. And we have grown our YouTube subscribers because of that interview, and we also saw a lot of engagement in our different social media channels. So that was all good too.
Yeah, it was really good. I quite enjoyed your interview, Edward, with Nicholas. It was quite interesting. So it was good that got uploaded in the Neptune Mutual YouTube channel, and both on DataDash official channel, which has quite a lot of followers, right? I think it's almost 600,000 followers, so that's really good visibility for the project.
Yep. And as we kind of move forward, we're doing more and more communication to raise awareness of Neptune Mutual. And it is really helpful when our community go and have a look at those videos and YouTube. So in this particular case, obviously it was in the Data Dash YouTube channel, but we also posted it in our own. And it's really, really helpful when people like it and share it, just to get the word out.
Absolutely.
So one of the new projects, initiatives that we are working on is the Neptunite content creation program. We launched that, if I'm not mistaken, just over a week and a half ago. And we've already had a lot of interest from content creators around the world. So that is both for text blog type content as well as video content. And if you want to know more about it, then one thing that you can do, let me just put it on my screen, which is if you go to our Neptune Mutual website and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then you click on Community Forums, and then you have a look at the announcements section of the Community Forums, and you'll be seeing this in our YouTube recording of this town hall if you're not seeing it right now. So anyway, we're in the announcement sections of the community forums, and you'll find that there's an announcement regarding the content creation program, and you will see the rewards that are available. So we have rewards of up to $2,500, so well worth taking a look at. And as I said, it covers blog articles, YouTube videos, live streams. And the idea is really to help us spread the word and get more people talking in more channels about Neptune Mutual, to raise awareness of how important it is to protect digital assets. Because however secure and well-known the DeFi project is that in which you hold or are trading DeFi assets, and despite numerous audits that they may have gone through, if you don't mitigate the risk of loss because of a smart contract hack, then when it comes and when it arises, well, you'll lose your digital assets, and that's really a really painful experience. So it is cheap to protect your digital assets, and this content creator program hopefully will raise awareness and get the word out in different channels. So definitely come and have a look at that. It's in the community forums of section, which you'll find by scrolling to the bottom of our website.
It was quite an interesting program. It's you have a lot of options to create content. You have blogs, you have videos. So it's a good fit for everyone, whatever your forte is and whatever it is that you want to use to participate in the program. And the bag is pretty big. I think it's $2,500 up for grabs in prizes. So very exciting program.
Yeah, indeed. And so that really is there to help complement the work we're doing with the mainstream crypto media, from the NFT press release that the community will have seen in Cointelegraph, plus the article that we produced previously in Cointelegraph, and mainstream crypto KOLs like Nicholas, who I talked about earlier. And there will be others as well in the mainstream media to raise awareness of Neptune Mutual. So the content creator program is really there to supplement and complement those programs as well.
All right, that's amazing. An amazing way to involve the community into participating more and getting more in touch with the project and the team, which is, I think it's a huge factor for any project in this industry. So that's amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Yep, and it is all about community engagement, particularly for Neptune Mutual, as we'll come on to in a minute, because purchasing cover and providing liquidity in our marketplace comes with a sort of responsibility, if you like, to participate, because as we'll see in a minute, the instant reporting process, or rather the instant resolution process, is one which requires community participation. So the Neptune Mutual community is really very important, and participating in all sorts of different ways is really valuable for us.
Absolutely. That's how you guarantee the success of any project in Web3. And it's good that the project Neptune Mutual and the founders and the whole team is taking that into consideration. I'm sure all the Neptunites hearing this are very glad to be able to participate in many ways, especially because the community forum, where the guidelines for participating in the contest, there's more there, right? It's a forum especially for the community. If you're not in part of that forum, which is separate to the blog, which is separate to the application, make sure you check out the community forum, where it's filled with different forums for whatever you're interested in, whether it's on the tech side, whether it's on Web3, whether it's for the content creation, which is the creativity side. There's a place for every Neptunite in the community forum.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you have there the NFT press release in Cointelegraph. So this is different from the original article that launched on Cointelegraph, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. So we announced the NFT Portal Launch with a press release in Cointelegraph, and had a lot of interest, a lot of questions around the NFTs. So we have, just as a reminder, let me move on to the next slide. We have to start with soulbound NFTs. This one being my own, and the way that you go about getting a free to mint soulbound NFT is to purchase a minimum amount of cover on the Binance Smart Chain. So head over to the Binance Smart Chain and purchase $100 worth of protection, which should cost you probably less than $1, depending on which cover product you purchase. And once you have completed a transaction on the Binance Smart Chain, then at that point you can mint your soulbound NFT. So you have to head on to the NFT marketplace and just follow the instructions that are in the tutorials that we've published about that in order to get your NFT minted. So you have to select a Grim Wyvern, one that's available, and then you can select it if it's available and then mint it. And from that point forward, your history of activity in the Neptune Mutual marketplace is then picked up once you have a soulbound NFT, and all future and previous, in fact, cover purchases and provision of liquidity will gain you points. And the more points you get, the higher level that how you can progress through the levels of the NFTs, of which there are 7, as we saw in the last town hall presentation. You can progress through those, and obviously as you progress through the levels, the NFTs themselves get more and more rare. And the levels from 1 to 7 are all tradable NFTs. So you can either collect them or you can trade them.
So let me see if I understood correctly. So the first NFT, which is the soulbound, has to be on BNB chain. Now, when you're talking about the history activity in the marketplace, you mean on all chains, correct? Or just BNB?
Correct. So the first step is to get the soulbound NFT, and for that you do have to purchase a cover on the Binance Smart Chain. But once you've done that and you have minted your soulbound NFT, then any activity on any of the chains that we are currently on, so Ethereum, Arbitrum, and Binance Smart Chain, all that previous activity, previous history of activity, if you like, and all future activity on any of the chains will count towards points for your free to mint level 1 to 7 NFTs.
Okay, very interesting. All right, that's amazing. So first you get your soulbound NFTs, then you progress through the levels, and all your history and your future interaction with the marketplace will count to progress through all these kind of levels. And like the story behind it, the design is very interesting. You know, I think if you check out the Twitter, check out the YouTube videos, there's kind of a conflict, right, between good and evil, or between the beast and the guardians, and all the lores that came through all the characters. It was very well done by the design team and by the marketing team and everyone. I think once an NFT project, it has that build up with a lore, with a storyline to follow. That's how you create a successful NFT collection. Now, can you tell me just a little bit of introduction about the characters, the design, why you chose the specific characters to represent the NFT collection for Neptune Mutual?
So it's a big question. I'll try and keep the answer short. So I guess Neptune, to start with, is a sort of god and protector of the seas. And it is true to say that the sea is quite a good analogy of what's going on in the blockchain space, because the blockchain space, as is the case with the sea, has both very, how can I put it, very appealing and attractive things around it. And there are also dangers which are really, really quite easy to underestimate. And so that sort of comparison and analogy means that we can create some storytelling around the gods who protect those who go on the sea, and the sort of undercurrent of risks that there are when you go to sea. So hopefully those kind of stories make our narrative kind of more interesting and fun to talk about. Certainly the design team have done an amazing job of the recent videos that we've uploaded to YouTube. So if you haven't seen those, go and have a look. Give us some feedback on the lore. The design team would much appreciate that. I think they've done a really great job. So it is all about, on the one hand, rewarding our community that purchase cover policies, and on the other hand, helping us communicate that despite the fact that blockchain has some huge opportunities, if you're not really careful in mitigating the risks, so if you're not really careful in planning ahead in the way that you would if you go out to sea, then when things get rough and storms hit, you can really get into bad trouble if you haven't planned ahead.
Absolutely. If you think about it, hearing you talk and reading the lore, the sea was a perfect analogy to make this happen, and it correlates with the branding of the company. So that was very interesting. I'm very excited to see what's to come. The lore dropped this week, or I think it was Friday, so less than a week ago. We had the lore drop and the final battle video, which was very long, 3-4 minutes of animation. It took a lot of effort, and I quite enjoyed both the written blog about the lore and the visuals of the animation. It was quite appealing. So I have a question about these characters that showed in the lore. Are they all unique? Like, if I mint my soulbound NFT, if I mint my level 1, my level 2 up to level 7, will I have another user with the same NFT as I, or are they completely unique?
So all the NFTs are unique. They're all different in particular ways. So it could be the background, it could be the weapon, the shields. There's obviously different characters. So each and every NFT is individual and unique. Okay,
understood. I think that's it from my side regarding the NFT. If you want to move on to the next topic.
Okay. So, the next topic is incident reporting. And if users go and have a look at the Cover Marketplace, you will find that the Curve Finance pool is currently in the reporting phase. This is because a first reporter, as we call it, has staked some NPM tokens to highlight the fact that an incident has arisen, which they believe may trigger the parameters of the cover policy, and if others vote and the outcome of that vote is validated, then indeed those who hold policies in the Curve Finance pool will get a payout. And of course, this is precisely the use case that we're here for, that in the event that projects like Curve get hacked in a major way, then users can get a payout. So it will be interesting to see how the vote progresses, what the community decide the outcome of the vote should be, and whether the cover pool should pay out or not. And as you may know, the incident reporting process works with a 7-day voting period. So we're currently not quite halfway through that. So keep an eye out for the voting. Go and have a look. Feel free to participate in the voting. You'll need to stake a very minimum number of tokens if you are supporting the first reporter. If you want to become the candidate reporter, that is to say the first person to disagree with the first reporter, then I believe that there are 10,000 NPM tokens that need to be staked in this particular case. So that is how the process works. And as you can see in the slide here, the next phase after the 7 days of voting is a 24-hour cooldown period, and that just allows the Neptune Mutual Association to check the votes and to really establish that there's been no gaming or any untoward voting that has taken place. And so that's the reason that there is a 24-hour cooldown period, following which the incident outcome will be communicated in the marketplace with flags on the cover product. So in this particular case, the card for Curve Finance, and it will be marked either as claimable, obviously in the event that you can claim, because the first reporter and those who voted with the first reporter have won, so to speak, the vote. Or if that's not the case, then false reporting will let you know that the cover policy is not paying out, because that's what the community decided. And following that, there are 7 days, if the policy pays out, where those who have a cover policy that's eligible can make their claim. So that's a very, very brief summary of the incident reporting mechanism and process. We will be tweeting or Xing, I suppose you say now, the information all throughout this week and all throughout the process, just to remind users of upcoming deadlines, whether that's the end of the voting period coming up, the cooldown period, and of course, if the cover product is claimable, we will remind users that they should come and claim as well. So all that will be communicated in our social media channels.
And Blue Butterfly just shared in the comments a video tutorial on how to report an incident and how the process works, so you can check that out as well. And then a new video will be dropping soon regarding this topic, and on our socials, like always, we're dropping information regarding this, since it's very important and it's for the community. So, and you have the power, the Neptunite community always has the power. So make sure you check out the video tutorial on reporting an incident.
Sounds good. And yeah, just to repeat, community is everything for us. Has been right from the start when we launched on testnet. We want to reward the community, particularly those who are active in the marketplace. So if you purchase a cover, after you've got your soulbound NFT, you can build up your collection of NFTs. And we will, as mentioned before, also be launching a big reward program for those providing liquidity. So that is upcoming and is going to be pretty exciting, and relates to NPM emissions for liquidity pools and liquidity providers of those pools. So yeah, growing the community, really important. Yeah.
I saw that on the Cointelegraph article, and you dropped a YouTube video on that topic for liquidity providers, and the NFT project is focused to reward cover purchasers, designed to reward the community that is actively using the marketplace. So make sure you don't miss the opportunity to mint your soulbound NFT.
Yep, and we are updating our YouTube tutorials, which are coming out on a weekly basis now. I think the cover purchase tutorial, which has been updated based on the fact that we're now multi-chain, is coming out very, very soon. It'll be out this week, I believe.
It should be out by today or tomorrow, so everyone take a look, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure you can receive notifications when the new video drops.
Yeah, sounds good.
So too, we can take questions from the community. If you have any questions on any topic that we covered today, go ahead and ask any question you have for co-founder of Neptune Mutual, Edward. Let's see, we have some users typing. Let's give them a minute. They're just still admiring the NFT collection. That's really, really good news.
Yeah, and just while people are typing questions, do come and have a look at the YouTube animation of our NFTs, and feel free to comment and share, and and like.
I don't think the community has any more questions. Actually, everyone's having fun in the chat debating which NFT they're going to mint. So that's really, really good news that everyone's enjoying the collection. I think we're good to end today's town hall, and everyone in the community, you can continue the conversation in our general channel and keep debating which NFT you will get. And please share all your NFTs after minting. Make sure you PFP your NFT so we can take a look at it, and we're looking at every movement from the community, so make sure there will be rewards in the future for this kind of thing. Thank you, Edward, for everything tonight and for answering the questions from the community.
It's a pleasure, and lots more to come over the coming weeks and months. So keep listening in. We will be uploading this to YouTube so that you can see it. There will be a lot more activity on YouTube over the coming weeks as well. So definitely follow that. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and look forward to chatting to you again soon. And have a good evening or morning, whatever time of day it is.